Breaking news from Africa Timeline. Somalia stands at a historic crossroads in 2025. President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has introduced sweeping constitutional reforms aimed at reshaping the country's political system. These reforms would centralize power in the presidency, abolish the role of prime minister, and introduce direct presidential elections. But Somalis are now asking, will this strengthen national unity or push the country further toward division? The proposed amendments give more authority to the president. The prime minister's position will be eliminated, ending decades of power sharing between the two offices. From now on, under the new system, the president would be elected directly by the people, not by members of parliament. This could bring a new level of legitimacy but also concentrates decision-making into one office. Supporters argue this is the only way to end constant political deadlock. They say Somalia has suffered for too long from endless disputes between presidents and prime ministers, weakening the government's ability to fight corruption, deliver services, and defeat al-Shabaab. Federal states like Puntland and Jubaland see danger in these reforms. For them, a strong presidency means weaker autonomy for the regions. Puntland leaders have already warned, this looks like a return to authoritarian rule, a step back to the era of dictatorship. Jubaland officials echo these fears, saying it could strip local administrations of their ability to govern effectively. Critics fear that a centralized government may ignore the unique needs of Somalia's diverse regions, fueling resentment and possibly sparking new tensions between Mogadishu and federal states. At the heart of this debate is Somalia's greatest threat, al-Shabaab. If Mogadishu and the federal states continue to clash, the militant group could exploit divisions to regroup and expand. Already, al-Shabaab propaganda frames the political dispute as evidence of a failed system, trying to convince Somalis that only their rigid ideology can provide stability. International partners, from the US, Turkey, Ethiopia, and the African Union, are watching closely. For them, political unity in Mogadishu is directly linked to the success of counter-terrorism operations. Somalia's economy is fragile. Inflation, rising food prices, and currency instability weigh heavily on ordinary citizens. Investors, both Somali and foreign, are hesitant to commit funds when the political future is uncertain. If the constitutional dispute deepens, economic hardship will worsen, pushing more young people toward migration or even into the hands of extremist groups. Somalis on the street are asking, when will politics finally translate into jobs, stability, and food security? For many, the debate is not only about power but about survival. So here is the real dilemma. For supporters of President Hassan Sheikh, centralization offers hope for stability, efficiency, and stronger leadership. They believe one clear voice in Mogadishu will end decades of paralysis. For opponents, however, this reform risks tearing the federal system apart, undermining fragile trust, and reigniting the politics of exclusion. The truth is, Somalia's future now hangs in the balance. Will these constitutional reforms unite the nation under a strong presidency, or will they deepen divisions and push federal states away? You've been watching Africa Timeline, bringing you analysis on Somalia's politics, economy, and security. What do you think? Should Somalia embrace centralization for unity, or defend federalism for balance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget, like this video, subscribe to Africa Timeline, and stay updated with breaking news and deep analysis from across the Horn of Africa.